Hello, you're watching Times TV and today I am at the Indian Embassy and with me right now is His Excellency Indra Mani Pandey, Indian Ambassador to Oman. Thank you for joining me again, sir.
Thank you, Shruti.
Right, so the much awaited visit that everybody in Oman has been eagerly waiting, I would like to hear more about that from you.
The visit is taking place. Our Prime Minister will be visiting Oman on 11th and 12th February 2018.
Okay.
And we are drawing up his program and we are looking forward to a successful visit.
Right, hopefully it will be a successful visit, but what exactly is the agenda planned for the 2 days that he will be here?
We have a very deep strategic relationship with Oman, and it's quite a vast relationship, covers different areas of cooperation. So the key purpose of the visit is to take this relationship to a new level.
All right. So basically, can you take me through the 2 days that he will be here? What are the key places that he will be visiting or events that he will be attending?
His program is still being worked out, and I will not be able to reveal all the venues where he would be visiting, all the places.
Right. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of crowd if you reveal it to us now.
He will be addressing the Indian community.
Okay.
And also there is a plan that he would be meeting with business heads of Oman,
right,
including heads of some public authorities who deal with economic and commercial relations. Business event, in fact, is being organized by Ministry of Commerce and Industry,
okay,
in collaboration with the embassy.
Right.
As part of the visit, he would also have calls by 2 deputy prime ministers who would be coming and meeting with him.
Oh, okay, in Oman.
In Oman.
Oh, wow, that's very interesting. So, sir, Oman and India have shared very strong bilateral ties over the years, over decades, in fact. But how exactly has this relationship evolved over the years?
Oman has always been a trusted partner of India in the Gulf region, and the importance that we attach to Oman is reflected in the fact that our prime ministers have been visiting Oman regularly.
Right.
Beginning with Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, then followed by Prime Minister Narasimha Rao, Prime Minister Vajpayee, Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, and now Prime Minister Modi.
So all prime ministers over the last 5 years, yes, or 5 10
all
years?
the prime ministers who have been there for full 5-year tenure have visited.
Oh wow, that's brilliant. Right, so sir, there have been reports that Oman is of extreme strategic importance to India, but how exactly is that?
When we describe a relationship strategic, it means that relationship serves the strategic interest of both the countries, both India and Oman. One aspect of that relationship is our extensive defense cooperation.
Right.
And another aspect is our security cooperation. Then obviously economic and trade relations, huge presence of Indian community in Oman.
Of course.
These are 4 important dimensions of our relationship with Oman.
Right. So it's interesting you mentioned defense and security, because that gets me to the next question, which is countering terrorism going to be a subject that will be discussed when the Prime Minister is in the country?
Absolutely, because India has been playing a very important role globally in global counter-terrorism efforts, and so does Oman. Oman has been a key player both regionally and globally in counter-terrorism efforts, and there is extensive cooperation between the 2 countries when it comes to counter-terrorism. In fact, we as societies, we can be role models for other countries, societies where we respect the diversity, where our populations have not been radicalized, have not been impacted by some of the trends of radicalization.
Right.
So there is immense opportunity for the 2 countries to work together in that domain also.
Right. So even Oman and India, they've shared their defense forces as well in the past, if I'm not wrong. So how has that worked out?
Our defense cooperation is mainly centered on our forces interacting with each other very closely through joint exercises. So our army exercises with Oman's army, our air force does with Oman's air force.
It still happens, yeah?
It happens on a regular basis.
Okay.
But apart from that, there are regular high-level visits
Right.
from Oman and from India.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there are regular delegations visiting from all the three forces.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also utilize each other's training facilities for training of our personnel.
Okay.
So, the cooperation covers all the three aspects.
Mm-hmm.
One very important facet of our cooperation with Oman is the assistance that Oman provides for Indian mission in Gulf of Aden.
Okay.
You are aware that India is a part of the international effort to counter piracy in Gulf of Aden.
Yeah.
And our naval forces are deployed there.
Mm-hmm.
So, our Navy ships visit Salalah port and sometimes Duqm
Okay.
for what we call for regular tour.
Right. But it's
Where
like
they
just
can
a check.
they can replenish their supplies and they can go through repairs.
Mm-hmm.
It's called operational turnaround.
Right.
So, they come for operational turnaround to Salalah and Duqm ports,
Mm-hmm.
and we have been receiving full cooperation from Oman.
Right. So, so Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been in the office for a little over 3.5 years now. So, over the years, we've seen a lot of trade and investment advancements in India, of course. But how has it impacted this region, especially Oman and the Gulf region?
You know, Gulf is very important region for us for both trade and investment.
Mm-hmm.
If you take the Gulf region as a whole, it's the largest trade partner of India. And the investment has been taking place both ways. Indian companies have invested in Gulf countries, including in Oman, and Omani companies and other Gulf companies have invested in India.
Right.
So, it's very important facet of our relationship, what we call trade and investment relationship between Gulf and India. Our Prime Minister has given a very high importance to our relationship with Gulf countries, because we always look at what we call countries bordering us on our land periphery.
Right.
But if we set aside that mindset and we look at countries which border India through Indian Ocean, then all the Gulf countries are our neighbors across Indian Ocean,
Right.
across Arabian Sea.
Yeah.
And that is how we look at them, our maritime neighbors, our partners.
That's a very interesting approach, because that brings the world closer in a very deeper way. So, sir, about the Joint Commission meeting and the Joint Business Council, which is related to the economic cooperation between the two countries, I would like to know how that has impacted our relations again.
Joint Commission helps the two countries to discuss all the aspects of the relationship
Okay.
at one platform. From Indian and Omani side, it is chaired by Ministers of Commerce and Industry. So, which provides them an opportunity to review the entire gamut of our economic and commercial relations with Oman and identify areas for future cooperation. We hope that the next meeting of Joint Commission will be held immediately after the visit, because it would have an opportunity to review the outcomes of the visit and start implementing the decisions taken by the two leaders. We also have a Joint Business Council, which is basically a platform for the key business persons of the two countries
Right.
to interact directly. Usually, the meeting of JBC, Joint Business Council, is also held at the same time
Right.
as Joint Commission.
Okay, so basically these are meetings for businessmen
Absolutely.
and the state
Yeah.
together combined. All right. So since again we're talking about businessmen, we know that Prime Minister Modi will be meeting a few businessmen, Omani and Indian as well. But what is expected to come out of these meetings according to you?
As you know, Prime Minister attaches a lot of importance to our trade and investment relationship. So, as part of his visits abroad, he attaches a high priority to meeting with the CEOs of the key companies of that country.
Right.
In line with the same emphasis that he has placed on business relationship, he would be meeting with heads of key Omani business houses, CEOs, also heads of various public authorities which are involved in economic and commercial relations with India.
Okay.
And this meeting is being coordinated by Minister of Commerce and Industry himself,
Right.
because Government of Oman also attaches a high importance to the business relations between India and Oman.
Right.
You know, if you go to the core of India-Oman relationship, it has been the trade relationship. Indian and Omani business persons have traded for millennia.
Yeah.
And that's why we are natural partners in trade. And there is that sense of familiarity with each other. So Omani business persons are very familiar with India, and so are Indian business persons, because Oman is a closed door neighbor.
Right.
And as you are aware, there is a large Indian community here, and that community helps actually in familiarizing India among the Omani business community and even Omani people from other domains.
Right.
So even presence of Indian community has been helpful in developing our trade and investment relations with Oman.
Right. So it's actually mutually beneficial for both countries.
Absolutely.
Right. So sir, finally, especially the ones who are watching us right now, the huge number of Indian expats who are eagerly waiting for Prime Minister's visit here. Is there any way that they could interact with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, directly or indirectly, when he's in the country?
Well, Prime Minister always attaches a very high importance to Indian diaspora abroad.
Yeah.
In all his visits abroad, he makes it a point to have an opportunity to speak with the Indian community. Here also, he would be addressing the Indian community, and through his address, he would be conveying his message to the community's relationship with India, the community's relationship with the host country,
right,
the relationship between India and Oman, and other matters which are of concern to Indian community.
So how exactly will he be addressing the Indian diaspora?
We have organized get together of Indian community.
Okay.
And Prime Minister has agreed to take time out of his busy schedule to come and address the community.
Okay. All right, great. But thank you so much for your time, sir.
It's
and
my
we're
pleasure.
all excited about the visit here. And I'm sure you're extremely busy right now with the visit and all the delegations.
I'm also very excited. It has been a long time that we have been waiting for this visit, and
Yes.
we're looking forward to it.
Right, great.
Thank you,
We're all
Sultanate.
looking forward to it. And thank you for watching Times TV.